On grid here for Casey's race. Just cracked my back in the seat. If you need your back cracked ever, hop in a go-kart seat. Makes it very easy.
Okay, can you see it? Can you see the sign? Probably not. It says Whiteland Raceway Park. We are here. Last minute scramble. Big thanks to Dad. It was like 8 o'clock last night. I called him and said, is it crazy to race Whiteland? He didn't say I was crazy. We scrambled, got the cart together, and came out here in our cozy little spot here in the corner. It's just gonna be me again today. Dad just decided he'd never raced Whiteland, and there you go. I didn't want to say it, but yeah, he chickened out. So he's here for support. Ben, I think, is gonna come over, Donise and Finster as well at some point. You know, I really don't know what to expect here.
No, you're fine.
Never raced it, and got, you know, tires are probably at least 2 years old, but they're legal, and we'll give it a go. Did a pill draw here, so you don't qualify, you just draw a random number, and I got 20, and I don't know exactly what that means, where I'll be starting. I'm going to be doing the Masters class here because their age/weight restrictions are different than Newcastle. So I'll be with the gray hairs running, and that's going to be fun. We got an old friend of the vlog here and repping. Yeah, you won't see this, but he's got Dad's silhouette shirt, which is good.
This is my favorite. You are my man.
It's my favorite.
That's the first one I've seen.
In here. I actually sleep in this every day.
Out here at Whiteland, and it is our boys Ghost Racing home track. Stopped by the garage, and no one's here. I'm just kidding, they're out of here. Stop by, see if they can help me bead some rain tires. I'm probably not going to need, but I'm a little paranoid that I won't get track time if I don't beat them. What's up, Derek? Do you want to be on camera or no?
Yeah, I can be.
You okay?
I have a face for radio.
Yeah.
Remember that.
This is Derek from Ghost Racing, one of the boys, and then we got Matt back here. Just awesome guys. Coming into the race, I was expecting 2 rounds of practice. Just came back from the drivers meeting and found out it's 1 round of practice. Yeah, not great, but it is what it is, and I'll just try to learn as much as I can. I mean, gearing, and I don't know where I'm at on weight exactly, tire pressure. I got to learn the track. 5 minutes. A big shout out to Melvin. Our buddy Melvin, he runs out here a lot now, and he helped me out with the gearing. First off, just what I should be at, but we run Newcastle, which is a lot bigger track, and so my drive sprocket is a 21 tooth, and I couldn't get low enough, or excuse me, I couldn't get my ratio high enough with that 21 driver with our given gears. So he lent me a 20 tooth drive sprocket, which got me right in the ballpark. So Melvin, thank you, man. Don't know if you watch the vlogs, but if you do, appreciate it. Did you guys hear that? Sprinkling. It's sprinkling. And my first round of practice is getting close, so as long as it stays like this little sprinkle, I think I'll be fine. I think the track should be dry enough, but I just need that to happen. I need this one round of practice. I'm not going to put rain tires on and go out for the one round. It wouldn't be worth it. So hopefully it stays dry.
Casey's getting ready to go out for his first and only round of practice, and it's kind of spitting rain, so it Casey's not the luckiest of drivers, and it would kind of fall in line with the way things go if we'd get the track a little damp here just before his practice, and his only practice, and impact his setup. So we're kind of scrambling here, but it's fun. Whiteland's a nice track. They've made a lot of improvements, and you can just see it's well-run place. So we're looking forward to today, and hopefully things go well.
Okay, so practice is over with. You can see the raindrops on the cart. It started to come down a little heavier towards the end of practice, and I spun twice. Before that, was running with Derek, and some sections I was good, but there's the high speed section in the back of the track that I'm still struggling with. But really, I felt better. I mean, they do the time practice here, and I was 8th out of, I don't know, maybe around 20. So better than I expected. There's still a lot of time to pick up. Leaders are running about a second faster than me. I don't know if I've got a second, we'll see. But definitely some improvements I can make. I'll get the cart cleaned off here and be ready for that first heat race, which I drew the number 20. They do the pill draw. I don't know what that means. I don't know where I'm going to start. I've been told it's a higher or a better number that should put me towards the front, but I don't know. 20 doesn't sound good to me. So more to come on where I actually start in the heat race.
So we've got a chance to do a little bonus racing today. Casey gave me a call pretty late last night. We got the cart ready to go. And, you know, the only thing is it's a Saturday morning. And after getting up at 5:45 all week, you kind of like Saturday to sleep in. And fortunately today, got the best of both worlds. Get to go-kart racing, got to sleep in until 6.
The morning walk with Dad.
But you know, we're doing our little walk here, and it's a little risky because I know where I'm at Newcastle, but Whiteland here, I'm liable to get lost. They may have to do one of those silver alerts or something like that if I can't find my way back. But anyway, it's good to be racing today. Got a little rain. Doesn't do any good to complain about the weather in Indiana.
Oh man, okay, so we are thrashing. Apparently this track does not shed water well, so it is still wet. We're a race or two away from going. Thanks to Evan, he just ran off, but he helped me out throwing on my rain tires. We got Melvin here just taking up tent space. But Ben's actually doing some work over there, so he's being productive. Yeah, just a scramble.
So we just made a change. You can see here we got the rain tires on the cart. Last race was just won by somebody with rain tires, but as the race progressed, people with the slicks were moving up, so hopefully translates well for us. Casey gets to start on the pole from a pill draw. That doesn't happen to Casey. How about that for luck?
So the pill draw worked in my favor. I am sitting pole after having one practice session on what I think is now a dry track. You guys saw the scramble to get on wets, we then scrambled to get on dry. So starting pole, still pretty clueless, so here goes nothing.
All right, so I'm sure you couldn't hear a word that he was saying. So basically he lucked into pole on a pill draw somehow, I don't know. Picked the number and he happened to get pole from it. He's only had one practice session on this track ever. He's seen me run it a couple times, but he has no idea. The track's been dry, it's been wet, then it's been maybe dry again, we don't know. We just switched from slicks to wets, back to slicks. Freaking Casey, and then we're helping Melvin and a couple other guys. I mean, it was crazy day for a while, but Casey's all ready to go. He's gonna be starting pole. And he was mid-pack in practice, so we'll see. On a wet track. So on a dry track, hopefully he does even better. We'll see how it goes.
That's the end of the race. Because of a pill draw, I started on pole. Tried to have a slower start. I was trying to kind of slow down the start, but the guy in second, he's regular out here, and he just kind of outfoxed me, and he controlled the pace instead of me. They ended up throwing the green flag. I fell into second and stayed there for the entire race. I think there was some kind of scuffle behind me that caused a big gap. Otherwise, I would not have been in second. Just throughout that whole race, learned, got faster. The guy in first kept pulling away. He was more consistent. But by the end of the race, I was within a tenth of him. And so I should start third or fourth in the final. And you know, I just need to continue that learning trend and see what I can do. The cart was loose in the rear. It was sliding. Hi, buddy. The cart was loose in the rear and just was sliding mid-corner through exit. And so we've made a change. We widened the rear to kind of hopefully help with that, and I'll probably lower my tire pressure as well. And that's really it. Thanks to Dad. He's been a huge help, and then Ben has actually been very helpful.
Well, I don't know what you said like it's a surprise. I do 90% of the work on race weekends anyway.
Well, we just had a race last weekend, Ben.
Well, yeah, but I was simply there to support and stuff.
Okay.
It was raining and wet.
You
Okay.
were simply there to occupy the camper.
Exactly.
Yeah, but big thanks to them for helping. Donise being out here to help with little guy. It really is a team effort, family effort, so appreciate it. Got any final words, buddy?
Go, go, go! On your mark. Get set. Go. So Casey's in a bit of a predicament here. He's got a great start for the final. Should be third or fourth. I think third. I don't really know. But still just probably 13 laps on this around this track, and it's not a super long one. He got like, you know, 5 in practice, and he's got 8 from the heat race. So still just figuring out how to hit some of these turns right. Going up against a lot of guys that have been here for years and done that stuff, and then one guy who has never been here but he's the best. So it's gonna be a fun Masters race for Casey. Like I said, starting third or fourth, and I think it's very winnable for him. We've made a lot of changes to the kart, and hopefully those changes have helped because his times weren't terrible, and he was able to run kind of similar to the other guys. So if he can stay in that top group and figure out the track a little more, I think he definitely wins. It's just, I don't know, it's the first time we've run these karts on this track, and it's very tight and everything, so we're figuring that out as well, and the weather hasn't helped us get any good data, so we did our best guessing, and I think Casey's gonna be all right. I think a podium is definitely good, or doable. Good, it would be good, but I think he can win this race too. On grid here for Casey's race. Just cracked my back in the seat. If you need your back cracked ever, hop in a go-kart seat. Makes it very easy. He'll be starting in 4th place here on the outside. I think he's feeling all right. I expect the podium. You know, if he can win, great. Expect a podium. I mean, I could say expect you to win. I mean, if we want to keep it like this, just toss me a helmet, it would be a win, so. I tell you what, I just want to take a second. You know, Casey hypes up the Ghost guys, and obviously if you want an Alpino 6, they are who we got ours from, so you can hit them up. But 82%, and I am certain this hasn't been charged since last year, the end of season last year, because mine was in the 80s as well, and it hasn't been charged since last year. So hats off to this device in general, like whether you use a Micron or not, just hats off to this actual device. Is that Melvin? Look at that. There's Melvin, who is going to be starting pole position for this final.
Thanks to you, Adam, Casey, everybody that helped me get this thing going, and literally with just seconds is there.
Yep.
So I love you guys.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We'll see if Casey's able to keep up with Melvin and then Mr. Hood in front of us, so I'm hopeful, but Casey doesn't seem to have a great mental right now. I don't know. Not confident mental, at least.
So race is over. It was like a 15 lap final. So going into that, I started 4th, and I had probably 15 laps on the track in changing conditions. So I was still learning a lot. The kart's in one piece, so that's good. You know, I got off to a good start. Was running there, I think it was in third for a while. And this track's so small, you come up on lap traffic, especially, I guess there was a big incident. It took out a lot of karts, so we caught up to him really quick. And I was pushing our buddy Melvin while I was in third, and just got held up a little bit, and we got pushed Melvin around him, and he was not making it easy to get around him, and I ended up going through the grass through a pretty fast section. Wasn't a ton of fun, but no harm really done. I was able to track Melvin back down, and he had an issue. His seat strap broke through the seat, and he slowed up a lot, and I went for the move and passed him. And riding in second for a while, I could see, I knew that there were two fast guys behind me. They both passed me going into the hairpin. Sat back behind him, and actually I learned a lot. Learned what I was doing wrong. Couldn't always fix it, but I did see what I was doing wrong, and made some improvements based on that. It just wasn't enough, so I ended up not being able to get him back, either one, and I ended up finishing fourth.
All right, so Casey's race just ended. He hasn't taken the camera yet, and I know he won't say anything because he's not that kind of guy, but I would like to say that just coming in and knowing his situation with the tires and everything else, I think he did a heck of a job today. He brought it in fourth in Masters, and you know, just looking at everybody in front of him and their tires, you know, I'm not necessarily saying they're new, but Casey's rear tires are, you know, all the tires are 2 years old, but his rears, we just didn't have a good set of wild C's to run today, so we grabbed the best ones we had. But you know, you could see it on track how much he was sliding and losing stuff, and he just had nothing in the rear. And coming in, looking at those tires, I mean, they're getting pretty bald. So I think he drove a heck of a race today, being competitive, and you know, he had some luck with the pill draw and stuff, but he belonged in that top crew, and fourth place on, you know, those tires is solid coming out here the first time and dealing with wet conditions, and really that was the first dry stint that he's had. And so I just like to go ahead and say that he did a really good job today. And I don't know, I mean, you come out here, we snag a new set of tires, and I think he wins today. That's me. But I'm sure we'll be able to race Whiteland some more. Who knows, maybe if I don't find out, you know, 8:30 the night before the race, I'll take some laps out here today as well. That's kind of why I didn't. I got home from a small group last night, and Casey's like, hey, I'm gonna race Whiteland tomorrow. And then Dad was asking if I wanted to get the other kart ready, and I was like, you know, that's all right. If I had another day, maybe I'd look to do it, but I was just so exhausted from this week last night that I was ready to, you know, relax and stuff. Come out here and support Case. So great job though. You did a fantastic job today.
I'm not disappointed I didn't get third. I'm just frustrated that I couldn't put everything together. Because I knew what I needed to do. I knew it. It's a technical track, and it takes some time. So 4th place for me, and karts in one piece. Ben, Dad, Finley, Denise. Only ones we're missing were Sarah and Maddie.
And Katie.
Well,
Regan.
Regan, she's yet to be out here, so we'll see. We might even bleep the name until that becomes.
We'll just maybe edit it post.
Yeah.
But you know, Casey mentions the technical layout that Whiteland has that Newcastle doesn't usually have sometimes, but you know, we all know he struggles with that sort of thing. He's a straight line racer. He gets that from Dad. I get a lot of my skill from my mom, so I think he did as well as anybody could expect him. He knows how to go straight and turn left on a couple hairpins, you know, but no, he did a heck of a job today, getting no you know, never being here before, getting first dry time that you ever had was in the race, but not a bad weekend.
No, and especially last minute. I mean, it was like late last night when we decided to do
it's
it.
3 o'clock and we're done.
3
so
o'clock?
We get to, yeah.
Wow, that is nice. That's a plus. So yeah, we'll clean up the cart and get it loaded up and get out of here. Guys, thanks a lot for watching. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Do some sharing and some liking.
Shut up. Like, share, subscribe, guys. Like, share, and subscribe.